Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Those are the only and original names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Yahweh means He is, He exists. Yahweh Shai means He delivers and He saves. Rakakadash is the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles out of Great Millstone who rule well, who taught us this 100% truth of the Holy Bible through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai. And these men were regenerated back in these latter times to gather in the hopeful elect out of the nation of Israel that only consists of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans that are off your father's bloodlines. Shalom out there to the brothers that teach, preach, and prophesy through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai. And shalom out there to the brothers and sisters that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that is part of this 100% ministry. May the Lord continue to add peace upon you. This is Amna wa Allah coming back at you again, hopefully, with another edifying lesson through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai. And the title of this lesson is going to be The Elements of the Pig is the same as Revelations 13:16. The elements of the pig is the same as Revelations 13:16. Because we as a people, the Israelites, you got to understand that the Lord separated us from all these other nations. He made us holy, okay? And he gave us certain laws that we're supposed to abide by, okay? And one of the laws that we're supposed to abide by is not eating pork, all right? He has claimed that the pig was unclean to us to eat, okay? Everything that the Lord has created is good, all right? But if he's telling us, all right, for us not to eat certain things or do certain things, then it's not good for us. It's simple, okay? Now, let's hit that off real quick. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 14, and let's start at verse 8. Before we get to the storyline on what we're going to bring out. Deuteronomy 14, verse 8. And the swine, because it is divided the hoof, he cheweth not the cud. It is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. All right? So, Christianity church, when this new thing came on earth with Christianity, they told you that the laws are over with. You can eat anything as long as you bless it, right? But that's not true because nothing has changed from the Old Testament to the New Testament but the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, where we don't have to go kill animals and goats for our sins, okay? So the Lord has already commanded us not to eat pork, not to eat pig, okay? Now don't even touch it. Don't even touch the dead carcasses, all right? Now, we have a lot of family members, okay, that does that. Feel as though they can do that, but guess what? They're going against the Lord, all right? And we don't have to dwell in that so deeply because we only giving you what thus saith the Lord. And the Lord said don't eat no pig. It's simple. You see? Now, go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 66, okay? Let's start at... I'm going to go ahead and start at verse 15, though, because the point is on verse 17. But this is the latter time period where Yahweh Shai is going to come back, okay? So he's letting you know when he comes back, and if you're doing this particular thing, you're going to be destroyed, okay? Isaiah chapter 66, let's start at 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh, and slain of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall be many. Okay, the slain of when he comes down and crack this sky, Yahweh Shai, it's going to be a lot of people he's going to knock off. It's simple. Okay, the Bible don't lie. He's telling you what's going to happen. That's verses 15 and 16. Let's go to 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination of the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So when you're leaning on your pastor in your church, you're leaning on people telling you that it's okay to eat this and do that. That tree that you're hiding behind of, that congregation, that man that's leading your flock, and he's supposed to be the shepherd, and he's telling you it's okay to eat that, he's going to be consumed away as well as you. Okay? Now, Read that one more time. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? You're going to be destroyed. All right? You're already killing your body with what the pig. Remember, the pig doesn't even sweat. Okay? So all those impurities are not coming out of that pig. So you're digesting, you're intaking all of that filth that's in that pig. You see? And see, that's the same thing with Revelation 13:16. The Lord is commanding you not to take that. Right? Not to take Revelation 13:16. And he all the same way he's commanded you not to eat pork. So let's go into the storyline. Let's go to the book of Maccabees, Second Maccabees. Second Maccabees, and let's go to chapter 6. Okay? I want to start at the beginning at verse 1, but we're going to go ahead and get to the point. We're going to start at verse 18. If it's the Lord's will, the Lord's going to allow me to do another lesson, because I think I've done a lesson on this several times before, but I'm going to do it again because you can continue to do lessons and read the same scriptures over, because each time the Spirit is going to give you something else to add on to it. Not add where you're being abominable, but something to edify the sheep. Okay, that's why when people say, "Oh, I read the Bible, I done this," no, there's no such thing as this. Bible is not a novel. It's not a novel. Okay, so you just can't read and say, "Okay, I got it." Nah, it's certain things that I still read that I have read when I was 20 years old. Then I'm still now I'm understanding the whole essence of it, and that's also with the help of the great men of who taught us this 100% ministry. Okay, and it resonated in my spirit. So we could continue to read over the same certain scriptures or whatever, make lessons off of that. Okay, because you're going to speak with something different each time that's going to relate to the issue. You understand? Let's start at verse. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6. And let's go ahead and start at verse 18. Eliezer, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and a well-flavored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. All right. So remember, we're in Apocrypha. This is the book of Maccabees. This is when we're in the Greek captivity. Okay. So the king has made it where, okay, we have to do all the things that they've done. We even couldn't even profess ourselves to be Jews, or they would kill us. And that's up in between chapter 6, verses 1 through 17. I was going to read ahead, but that's another conversation. So this king was sending out all kind of decrees that a lot of it was going against the Most High. And he knew that. Okay? Same way he's doing it right now. Okay? Now, you could say, well, Trump eliminating LGBTQ, whatever, he don't stand for that. This just like y'all don't stand. Okay, all that's cool. But he's still a devil. He has an agenda that has nothing to do with you as an Israelite. You see? Just like everybody else had an agenda against us. It's nothing changed. So now this king is setting things out for the people to follow. And we're speaking of the Israelites and all the other nations that fell up under the Greek captivity. Verse 18 again. Eliezer, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. So he wasn't going to do that. Okay? He was an aged man in his truth. All right? He was a seasoned man in his truth. Okay? He understood the law, statutes, commandments. He understood way back in Deuteronomy when he set that law out. Okay? Not to eat swine's flesh. Not to eat the pig. And all these other nations know what the Lord told us not to do. This is why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they've been doing what they've been doing. And this is why mass of our people has fallen short and went along with their program and their culture and their doctrines, their traditions. Verse 19. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live strained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment. You see that? So being who he was and understanding these law, statutes, and commandments, knowing he an Israelite and the Lord had told us not to do that, he went on and spit that thing out. Because you know they try to force him. But he didn't swallow none, he spit it out. Now, when you're doing that, he would have shown you that he led himself to his own torment. No, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has set men up, women up as well, that we're going to go under these torments and atrocities of Esau, Edom. Okay? He's going to try to make example. Esau is going to try to make example of us. So all the other ones can fall in line the same way they did in slavery. But see, some of us are built for this. He created us from the beginning where we're not going to abide by them type of things. We're not going to do them type of things. Anything that's going to step out of the realm of serving the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we're not going to do that. And Eliezer was one of them. But he choosing rather to die gloriously, right. So when you come at us dealing with this RFID chip, we just going to look at you and laugh. Especially if you force it upon us. When you put us in predicaments and situations where you either you take the chip or we're not going to feed you. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that for you. And you're going to die slowly. Okay, the Lord, let's read it again. But he choosing rather to die gloriously. Well, this is how some of us is going to have to go. We're going to die gloriously in this truth. We're going to die like a man that's in this truth, that understands Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his law, statutes, and commandments. We're not out here playing games with these people. We're not even playing games with ourselves. But he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live strained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment. Verse 20, as it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. You see, he's letting you know that these are not the becoming things of the Lord. This is not what we're supposed to do. And there's a remnant of us are not going to partake in these things. Verse 21, but they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make it as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. So now you got these Israelites that was partaking in the festivities of this devil. That's them niggas that join hand with them. Those are the ones you see inside the government offices. Those are the ones you see that love this white man, that's scared of him. Okay? These brothers and sisters was part of the feast. So they said, okay, we Israelites too, and we knowing this man right here, right? We knowing him. He cool. He abides by the law, statutes, commandments. We can't go against him like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go because remember, they had us in the kitchen. You know, cracker can't cook. Just like in the slave day, who was cooking the food? We was cooking the foods. So the brothers and sisters was like, okay, Bim, look, we going to bring you some lamb. We're going to cut it up. We're going to bring you some chicken. Okay? We're going to bring you some beef, some ox, right? And we're going to cut that thing out real good and make it look like it's pork. You go ahead and take that thing and eat that thing so the king can't kill you or do what he want to do to you. The king going to think it's pork. But they're not realizing, you understand, dog, first of all, you wicked anyway. You wicked anyway for participating with this devil. So I'm not even feeling you. I'm not even trying to conversate with you. This is how Eliezer feeling. This is how we feeling. You done stepped out of the rim, brother. Y'all done actually sold out. We don't got no real rap for you for real. We're not even trying to go with your agenda. Verse 22. That in doing that he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. Nah. That's not what we're not going to pretend we ate pork. We're not going to pretend we participating with the RFID chip. We're not going to be out here soliciting for other people to take that thing or act as though you took it. You can't act as though you took the chip. You can't act as though you ate the pig. Verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly and has become his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law, made and given by the Most High. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightways to send him to the grave. Listen, I'm not about to pretend. This is what Lisa said. I'm not about to pretend I'm eating this thing. If you want to murk me for not eating the swine you having me to eat, when the Lord had told us not to do that, because we already know what you're doing, Esau, then you might as well go send me to the grave, man. You're going to have to do what you have to do. I'm not taking that chill. I'm not going according with society. I don't have to do nothing. My Lord going to provide for me. And if you want to take my life, then guess what? We here. We're sheep headed towards the slaughter. This how deep this thing is. This how real this thing is. And this thing is approaching the earth right now. It's nothing new under the sun. This is what we keep telling you. It keeps coming back. And the Lord has set these scriptures up for us to abide by and to listen to understand. So in these latter times right now, we're not going to fall short. Because we got these scriptures to back us up with our faith. Because our ancestors, who are us, has already been through it. Verse 24. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eliezer, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion. So watch this. Remember, only the people in the kitchen that's cooking and trying to act like it's not pork, and put it on his plate, not being pork and being, regular food, they're not understanding that the king has already made a decree out amongst the land. So when you bring that plate to Eliezer, everybody, even the king and all the Israelites, will believe that that's a pig that he's eating, because only the kitchen staff knew that wasn't. So Eliezer is thinking about this thing, and he ain't no fool. We ain't no fool. For it become, this verse 24 again. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eliezer, being 80 years old and 10, were now going to a strange religion. They're going to believe that, listen, he fell out of the truth. He fell out of the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord. Now he done went off into this strange religion. Same thing in this strange religion right now, Christianity. That's a strange religion. That's a religion that our fathers didn't know nothing about. We didn't know nothing about that back then. But the Lord already told us what was going to happen in the latter times, as people's going to come in and claim him. Set up a new thing on the earth. Verse 25. And so they, through mind hypocrisy and desire to live little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me. And I get a stain to my old age and make it abominable. No, he's saying, no, I'm not going to put no stain on my name. Okay? These people going to think it's okay to do that. The people that's watching me, the people that's following me. If I sit up out here and I tell you, listen, it's okay to take that RFID chip when it comes. And you got followers, you got people in your mind, because if they're chiming in, they're trusting what you're saying and believing. That you're part of that 100% ministry. So this is the same way Eliezer was feeling back then. I'm a leader. I'm a man of old age. That people listen to me. They're watching me. So if I do that, I'm going to put a stain on my name. And everything that I was bringing out before is nothing now, because I don't fell out. And that's not that's not what he was standing on. And that's not what we stand on. Verse 26, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet shall I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. So, okay, the RFD chip come. Okay, he eat the pig. You're going to live to a certain degree. You're going to live, right? You're not going to taste the death right then. But Eliezer is letting you know and telling you, okay, you might have survived through the hands of man, but the Most High, the Almighty. He watching you. He see everything. You already know the angels recording everything and sending it back up. So it's going to be channeled in to the Lord. And listen, you are one of the ones that ate the pig and try to be deceitful about it. You're one of the ones that went on and told these people to eat, to take the chip, to take Revelation 13:16. And they did it and you did it. You can't escape from the Almighty. This is what these people out here believe. This is why our own people even believe that. They don't really believe that the Lord is watching them. That's why they commit all this folly and do what they want to do. But it's judgment coming for that, man. Verse 27. Wherefore now, manfully changing his life, I will shew myself such an one as mine age requireth, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. Let's read it, verse 28 again. And leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. So if the Lord is telling you, brothers and sisters, he has sent the men out to break revelations down for you and to let you know that the mark of the beast is Revelation 13:16. Okay? We're giving you the blueprint. Okay? We let you know that it's okay to die courageously. It's okay for that. Because remember, the ones that are being taken away by death by Esau, Edom, that's the crown. That's another level of crownness on top of your head. You see? He's going to leave an example. And we out here right now, and a lot of times, we're going to lead as an example. Not like these other camps out here that don't want to let the flock know what time it is. Dealing with Revelation 13:16. We're going to continue to teach and preach and prophesy about Revelation 13 until it happens. Until they tell us we can't speak on YouTube no more and put the famine of the word up. It's all going to be due through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, not by them. So we're going to continue to do this because this is what's hitting right now. And that time period is coming. And this right here is going to be a matter of life and death. It ain't going to be no more games playing in America no more like that. Fun time is over. And you're going to see what we're talking about. Verse 29. They that laid in him changing the good will, they bear him a little before into hatred, because the aforesaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind. See, they're not even understanding who this man is, the power of this man, the strength of this man, the faith that this man has. You see? You had the ones in the kitchen mad because he didn't want to go along with their program. But they're not even understand. They're not even looking. They don't have no vision to see ahead that, listen, do you understand that, yeah, we can fool the man, the cracker, and I eat that because y'all liking me and everything like that. But hold on. But what about what my people going to think that's watching this? Because they don't know the secret that we got. Are you scared to die for the truth? And that's what's going to happen. Are you going to be scared to die for the truth when they try to implement Revelation 13:16 in your children, in you? Some of you women, some of you men is not going to let your children die off. Die of hunger and starvation. You're going to lead them children straight to go get that chip. The same way y'all was doing that foolishness when it was time in 2020. It's nothing new under the sun. And this devil is on a mission. He has an agenda to fulfill. Verse 30. But when he was ready to die with stripes, you see that? You're going to die with stripes, man. He groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that have the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten. but in soul am well content to suffer these things because I fear him. This is what we've been speaking about when we come out here and we telling you that when the torment comes, the same way when Stephen was stoned, the Lord is not going to actually let you're going to feel the first part of the pain, but the Lord is not going to let you endure that pain as they continue doing what they're doing to you. Your ghost, your spirit has already ascended up. It's just your body right there. And the Lord making them people believe that you're still living. So they can continue to act like they're torturing you. Just for their satisfaction that the Lord has given them. But your spirit is actually sitting amongst on top of them while they're doing it. You're looking at them, doing what they're doing to your body. That's what the Lord said. Fear him, fear the man don't fear him who can just kill the body, but fear him that can kill the body and the soul. And that's Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. You see that? Let's read that again. Verse 30. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that hath the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten. He's enduring that pain. The Lord's letting him feel like, hit me more, stab me more. Whatever you're doing. It's not going to affect what has already done taken place. I said no. And no means no. So do what you have to do. You're not hurting me. I might have been delivered from death. I now endure sore pains in the body by being beaten. But in soul am I well content to suffer these things because I fear him. And how you fear the Lord? Abiding by the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how you fear him. Okay? You're going to have that faith in you. That you're going to be able to do the law, statutes, and commandments the best of your abilities in these latter times. Right? And you're going to have the faith and the understanding that this devil is coming with great wrath and is trying to implement something in my body that's going to control me. And I'm not going to have my own soul anymore, my own way of thinking anymore. And that's what's happening right now. And that's what's going to happen later on in time. Not that far away, though, because we're close to the end. Verse 31. And thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation. So Elijah died as a man, courageously. Okay? And this is the type of spirit we're supposed to have dealing with this RFID chip, Revelations 13:16. Okay? This is the same type of spirit we're supposed to endure, have, build up on. This is the grace period right now. This is when you're supposed to be studying yourself, building your foundation where it don't fall or break when that wind comes. This is the time period now to leave off all your filthiness, anything, any form of lack of doubt. But that's if you're part of this 100% ministry, because you're about to be tested. Everybody's going to be tested. We're not speaking this thing just to speak, to hear ourselves speak. We're letting you know what's going to happen. We're letting you know how it's going to go down. And Eliezer died like a man. And he showed an example for us how we ought to be. Let's close out on this. Go to Revelations. You already know Revelations 13. You ain't going to be able to buy or sell, okay? You're not going to be able to do nothing in this wicked kingdom that he set up, that either you're going to take this chip or you not. And if you not, we coming to get you. We're going to torment you. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. And even before that time period comes, when he's setting up for the guinea pigs. Because he got to actually make this thing actually work for the whole masses to actually believe like, damn, this man is God for real. No Esau, Edom, you the devil the Bible speaks of. If you wicked, if any of you men of Israel, you women of Israel, decide that, okay, I'm going to go ahead on and take this thing. I don't believe nothing that these niggas are saying to us. I don't believe that Revelation 13 is the mark of the beast. That's cool. The Lord got something special for you, and I'm going to read it to you. This is Revelation 14. Let's start at verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, watch this, and receive his mark in his forehead or his hand, watch this, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You see that? So the Lord already told you, if you go ahead on and accept Revelation 13:16, that he's going to pour out his indignation on you, his wrath, his anger, his fury. That's going to be from the missiles. That's going to be from the beams that's coming out of the chariots that's going to crack the sky. You're going to burn. You understand that? Listen, the element of the pig is the same as Revelations 13:16. And with that being said, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. And until next time, Shalom.